Ever since I was 7 or 8 years old, I've believed in angels. I grew up in an alcoholic home. My father was at times violent. He would get us into some pretty scary situations. One time, when he was particularly drunk, particularly enraged, he got this handgun, silver weapon in his hand. He waved it and he ordered us all to sit on the sofa, my 3 little brothers, my mother, me. He waved it at my littlest brother in my mom's lap and said he wanted to shoot us all, and that he was going to shoot the youngest one first and my mom last, and that he was going to end it all. I can imagine the terror that I felt. I crossed my legs and twisted them into a tight knot, and I began to whimper. Oh, this enraged him. He was so irritated with my predicament. He cussed at me and he ordered me to get upstairs and go to the bathroom and come right back. So I locked my knees together and I scrambled over to the stairs and I went up them one at a time. But as I got towards the top, I didn't have to hold my knees together anymore. And I saw between the window in the hallway and the door to the bathroom, there was this iridescent figure about my size. And I suddenly knew in my mind what to do next. It was like a story completely deposited in my head, and I began to act it out. I went over to the window and it opened. I opened it just fine, and I looked out the window and I saw a downspout. And I climbed out that 2nd-story window and I reached over and got onto that downspout and carefully shimmied down one strap at a time as they were nailed into the house and got to the ground. And I knew not to go to the next door neighbor. I needed to go across the street. So I crossed the street and knocked on the door, and right away Mr. Hurst answered. And I began to shake and I began to cry, and I told him what was happening across the street. He took me very seriously and he got on the phone, called the police, and we waited together, and then the police came, and from across the street I saw them take my dad out of the house with handcuffs and take him into the police car and drive away. Mr. Hurst said it was okay, I could go back to my mom and they were safe. And I hugged them, and I was so glad that I met an angel. And then I thought I should go find them. And I went up the stairs and I got to the top and they weren't there. But, I've never stopped looking for them.